So good evening, everyone. My name is Riley Jones. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bloc Software, where we build career services software to address the present and the future of work. We're a B2B SaaS software platform to help upskilling organizations close the skills information gap and the unemployment gap. But if we're discussing the future of work, it's important for us to not only talk about the trends that are going to challenge us 50 years from now, but to pay attention really to the people today who are homeless, who are hungry, and the 44 million people who lost their jobs this past quarter due to COVID-19, and the up to 375 million people who are geared to be displaced due to the effects of automation. So if there were ever a future of work for the business that we're building, that future is now. And our kind of clear value proposition is offering a platform that allows our customers to properly track skill development, use machine learning technologies to help employers highlight the skills that they want to recruit, and track the acquisition of these skills. It provides a structured environment for programs to serve their participants more efficiently. And this is particularly important for young people of color, especially in today's social environment, because they otherwise would not have access to quality career training. So our approach is pretty straightforward. We digitize the existing processes that our customers already use, things like resume review and interview preparation. We centralize their data collection so that they can monetize their programming in ways that make them more sustainable. Our first customer, the Knowledge House, made $70,000 alone through our monetization approach. And so when Bronx Community College and the Knowledge House came to us, they were challenged by inconsistent measurement of the skills before and after the courses that they offered. They also experienced a decrease in funding because of a decline in the graduate job. The real cost to the mismanaged relationships in these programs. There's up to $17,000 for a job seeker, $30,000 for an employer partner, and over $1 million per funder. And so we've done a bottom-up market analysis based on our average contract size of $15,000, and our market is worth about $59 billion. Our theory of change is clear. By closing the skills information gap with this strategy, we're able to drastically increase the quality of skills matching between students and employers and increase job placements. And the end goal is to have a data-driven marketplace for direct candidate to employer placements. Breach Capital, which is a prominent EdTech funder, recently put out this graphic describing the investment opportunity in the workforce development and education space. We fit neatly in that kind of upper right square regarding personalized pathway support to support middle skills pathway navigation. This supports the venture backability of our concept because EdTech and workforce funders are paying attention to the type of work that we're doing. There are competitors at various aspects of our business. Our competitive advantage is that all of our data collection tools are structured and designed with workforce experts in mind and in partnership with them. Our business model allows programs to earn revenue via the co-designed data tools, like I mentioned, and they can receive commissions based on referral sales. And in the development of our tools, there's a no-code data tool builder that expedites the development of the tools. And our tech team is completely in-house, which reduces our engineering spend. And as far as defensibility and risk mitigation, my co-founder Amina has what we like to call the Ikea effect. Because of our business model captures account management and engineering time on the front end, we're able to customize product delivery in a way that keeps customers bought in and keeps retention high and decreases churn. And so in the near term, we have a pipeline of 5 customers. This was really going to mark our first expansion outside of New York City. We've got the T. Howard Foundation, which we just signed last week, which is based in Maryland. We're talking to Midsoft Works, which is based in Memphis, Tennessee. And we're looking at other places outside of New York, particularly in New Jersey, the next 3 months. And we've pitched to the U.S. Conference of Mayors in partnership with the Obama Foundation to take this not just to the cities that I just mentioned, but really to take this and scale it nationally. Our team is really dynamic. We have Olivia and Camille who are on our engineering team. They have experiences at companies like Facebook and Google. Gary, who's the Deputy Chief Technology Officer for the City of New York. Che and Chris, who are our account managers. And me and Amina, who come from background at Columbia University and Princeton University. We made Forbes 30 under 30 recently. And, we actually just signed 2 advisors, one Director of Engineering for Trilogy Education, Jason Phillips, and the Commissioner for Small Business Services, the major workforce funder in the city of New York, Greg Bishop. So again, we hope that you will join us as we scale career training services to meet the needs for the future of work. Thank you.
Perfect timing, Riley. Great job. That was, you were right on the money with that. Great presentation. We'll kick it off to judges for some Q&A now. Yeah, definitely leave your slides up if there's questions about slides and stuff too. Whoever wants to start.
Hey, so it's Shyla. I love the space you're in. I love the partners. And you mentioned Greg Bishop, who is a sort of great ally for entrepreneurship. So kudos to you for getting him as an advisor. I didn't see sort of an exit strategy. You showed some pretty big names up here in terms of who are already in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Who could possibly be an acquirer of yours. Have you thought about your exit strategy at all?
Yes, we actually have. So Trilogy Education, which was actually just purchased by 2U, that's actually part of why we brought on Jason as an advisor, because he can help us from a tech perspective understand what kinds of things and what kinds of gaps, he's seeing in the space based on his work at Trilogy and 2U.
Oh, good. Very smart thinking. Smart thinking. Bring the competition on. That's all I had. Great job, though.
Thank you.
Sorry, what's the current business model?
So it's a B2B SaaS. So we have a tiered SaaS model. So our lowest price point is $15,000 and it goes up to $100,000. So our first customer we signed at $30,000 price point. What that covers is a customized tool that we'll build for them, as well as some account management and the resume tool and the cover letter tool that we've already built.
And what are the tiers based on?
The tiers are based on account management and engineering. So the idea is that if we're customizing a tool, that at some point at scale, we'll actually have tools built that will serve customers down the line, that we won't continually have to do customization, that we've already kind of built the tools on our product roadmap.
I know you're early on, Riley. One, congrats on what you built so far. I think the need for folks to be lifelong learners is certainly evident, and anything we can do from an infrastructure standpoint to make that easier for folks, the nation and world will be better for it. Sales cycle wise, I know it's a SaaS business, but curious to know what the sales cycle has been like so far and what your expectations are moving forward in terms of being able to hook these somewhat larger fish going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say actually that in some sense we were well positioned for the COVID-19 pandemic kind of effects of that, because I would say before this, people didn't really understand why people needed job and career and workforce development support. And so in some sense, our inbound sales have increased a ton. So the T. Howard Foundation came to us, Mid-South Workspace in Memphis came to us, New Brunswick Tomorrow, which is an organization based in New Brunswick, New Jersey, has come to us. So it actually seems that because all the programs have had to digitize, that there's a kind of inbound need for these kinds of things. And our goal is, as you can see at the bottom, to close 50 customers at 30K over the next year going. And that was something we had already planned to for this September. And that, that would take us to about $1.5 million in revenue.
All right, Riley, you killed it, man. That was amazing presentation.